Now is Michael Gagan, political analyst. All right, Michael, your reaction to what was supposed to be quite the horse race, but turned out to be a runaway for the Progressive Conservatives.
Well, it certainly shows once again that you can never totally predict what's going to happen in politics. A lot of people were predicting Liberal majority or Liberal minority propped up by the NDP, and instead, looks like we're headed towards a Conservative majority.
The PCs were way behind in the polling just a few months ago, so it shows campaigns matter. What did they focus on that made the difference?
The thing they really hammered the incumbent Liberal government on was health care. You've got more and more Nova Scotians, and for that matter, British Columbians as well, but increasing number of Canadians, but particularly in Nova Scotia, who no longer have access to a family doctor. And that was seen as one of the issues, and certainly they used it to great effect.
Should the federal Liberals, Michael, take anything from this Liberal incumbent loss?
Absolutely. First of all, as was pointed out, this is the first time we've had a number of elections in this two-year pandemic. This is the first time an incumbent government has gone down to defeat. So that's going to make them cautious. Also, the Liberals lost support both to, on the right with the Conservatives and on the left with the NDP. Both of them gained at the Liberal expense. So I'm sure Justin Trudeau and his advisors are looking very carefully at this election and see, how they can avoid the same fate.
Sure, but drilling it down, the PCs really pushed hard on spending. It was almost like a reversal of fortune. They really, decided to go all in on the money, opened up the coffers in their promises, whereas the Liberals were the ones who were saying, we got to watch the budget here. So what should we make of that?
Well, Atlantic politics is always interesting in terms of sometimes the Liberals are to the right of the Conservatives. But I think that it shows that in terms of the political zeitgeist or the Overton window, whichever term you prefer using, that things are definitely shifting away from neoliberalism, which has ruled everything in politics since 1980 and the Reagan Revolution. So I think it's showing that the political parties are sensing that the day of neoliberalism is done, and what can we do that's a bit more populist? What can we do that we're seen to be responding to the needs of ordinary voters? And also we're looking south to what happened in the States, and it's like as a democracy, we have to make sure that our governments, regardless of political stripe, are serving the needs of the people, right?
Political analyst Michael Gagan, always good to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, turning to federal